Alright people, welcome back. New week, new chances, but I just want to give a quick recap about last week because it was crazy. It was really crazy, and therefore this title is really no clickbait. There's a few very important things that I want to address real quick, that I want to talk about real quick, and then we're just going to head over to pricing and money and all that kind of good stuff. I appreciate each and every one of you. I like your views, your likes, your comments, your suggestions. Really, the feedback from me is what I like the most, and I really want to listen to you, to what you want to see and hear, and I want to hear your suggestions, your advice. One of the advice I got yesterday was that someone said, like the videos, like the content, but freaking clean up your room. So especially for you, I don't know if you're a girl or a guy, but I clean up, especially for you, because I appreciate who you are and what you're saying and being honest to me. You could also just click away, unsubscribe, and then just get the hell out of here. But you thought, you know what, I'm going to take the time to tell you what you should change. And I really appreciate it. That's just something I wanted to say. Other than that, when we talk about community, views, and all that kind of good stuff, last week was a little bit of a crazy week because I made the video about Call from the Moon, paper trading or not. That by far was the best view video, but I also saw that it just caused so much reaction from a lot of people, and I have no idea what like the underlying kind of stuff is, why it brings up such a reaction, but it also just shows right away everything that's still going on in the space, and that we still have a long way to go, and that we all as a community need to work very hard to make it clean and pure and easy, and that we don't have crazy government and companies in our necks saying everything is illegal, want to take over, and fuck crypto and all that kind of good stuff. You and me need to work as hard as we can to keep everything clear. And also, when I made that video, not only did it perform pretty good compared to all my other videos, the reactions that I got, it was crazy. People saying that he did paper trading for I don't know how long, that he hired an agency to get all his followers and likes and all that kind of crap, that CNN, he paid CNN to do an interview with him instead of the other way around, like that CNN would pay him, like crazy. There was so much stuff coming by. Now I'm not going to investigate all that kind of stuff, I have better things to do. I mean, I'm trading, so but I was just later on thinking, even if half of the accusations would be true, mind-blowing. So yeah, freaking crazy. Matter of fact, let me quickly show you the views and the results on that video. So far we are on 745 views. I think it will be 750 in a little bit. That is by far the best video. I mean, if you look at some of the other videos, 3 views, 5 views, 4 views, whatever. So it just it just shows that what you guys think is important, or what the troubles are in space, and what we need to improve, or what you guys are searching for, is just very clear. Also, the follow-up video was 184 views so far. Now, I'm not going to address this guy every video that I'm making, but I just want to say that when I'm recapping last week, this is quite major. Matter of fact, I also have another channel, the Ray Finance channel. There was a link in the description if you are wondering, where I made 2 videos about why Ukraine has such a huge potential for the next decade, and it could maybe outperform some of the cryptocurrencies. That the best video got 538 views. I thought that was already quite a lot, but then this video now already just completely wiped that away. So yeah, crazy. I'm very grateful for each and every one of you, for your comments, your likes, your shares, your views. It's the kind of feedback that I'm looking out for. So thank you guys so much for that. Now, without further ado, we are going to dive into the charts, because not only was this announcement important, also stuff that's going on with crypto right now, the levels that we are right now. And I'm not gonna make a longer intro than necessary. We're just quickly going to dive in. As you all know, we have been dumping down for a little bit, and we are hitting crucial levels. What I mean with that is the 61.8 on the fib. So what we're looking at right now is BTC USD pair on a daily, and we made this double top and then went down. Let me draw this. So this was a double top and then we went down. This is an important level because the 61.8, which coincides with approximately 38,000 level, is like the dream kind of retracement before you're going higher. As you can see, the ribbons were almost about to flip bullish. We need a few more green days. That didn't happen, and we are now going into bear mode. I have been telling you guys about the 61.8 and a retracement already quite some time. Matter of fact, I quickly searched the video. That is this one. Bitcoin is getting ready to dump, and I think the thumbnail is strap yourself. This is the first one, and then I said crasher incoming, and we're going down, we're going down, we're going down. So this is not the first time that I now suddenly draw the fib and now suddenly we're here. I already mentioned this a lot of times. I'm putting the speed on 1.5. Then you guys can listen quickly to what I said at the time. This video is from 9th of February. Yesterday I have drawn this fib retracement, and as you can see, we have not really got a strong correction to the downside so far. We have been testing the 23.6, that is right here, but actually, excuse me, I actually expected to go much lower. Of course, we still can. We're kind of clustering, range bounding now between the 23.6 and the 44k level after we kind of pick. Anyways, if not, we're talking about here the fib levels, and again in other videos it's also been mentioned. Now, complete transparency, I made another video about a week ago where I said I flipped because we were pumping up here, and I said, oh, okay, now then we only had a mild retracement until the 42k, and then we're going higher. That means there's strength in the market. We're not retracing more than we think, so that's fine. But I talked about at the time at the double top. Little did I know, of course, at that time that the double top would play out, but on a different way. And as you can see, I mean, the body of the wicks are kind of at the same level, but if you, the candles of the bodies are kind of the same level here, but actually the candle wick was higher, and so we're making a little bit of a lower low and then going lower, and now then testing the 61.8. What you actually want to see right now is that we are going higher from here on. Then it was a very good retracement. Even if we would go a little bit higher, retest it, and then kind of the same level or a little bit higher than this previous low, that will be kind of a textbook bottoming out pattern. That will be really, really good. Then I'm placing major longs because then I think we are going higher. Even if we would kind of bottom out at this level, then we are making a higher low, and then we can really speak of a change of quote-unquote market structure, and then we are making this gigantic W. And I also said before already, then I will be betting the farm, absolutely, because that is just very powerful. Now, few things to look out for. Would it be bad if we are breaking the 61.8? Not necessarily. It just means that the bears are stronger than the bulls. We're missing a little bit of power to get back up, and you know, if we would retrace until the 78.6, that's also still fine, because then also we're still making a higher low, and then we can also still go higher. So it's not that if we would break this bear market, the end exit, and never see you again. It just means that the bears are a little bit stronger. Another thing to look out for is that we do have a CME gap, meaning the CME closed of course on Friday, and then we went down here in the weekend, and now we're kind of pumping up a little bit. Another thing is that today the American stock markets are closed, so therefore we still kind of have a gap. And then another thing that could influence the price is that we still have Russia knocking on the door of Ukraine. Let's pray there will never be a war, but if that happens, I expect a wick down. I don't think that we're gonna get a bear market for weeks or months in a row, and the war will be horrible for all the stock markets. Absolutely not. Matter of fact, I also once made a video about this, that that's absolutely not the case. You can also find it on the finance channel. Will the war in Ukraine cause an economic recession? Usually then we just see spike down and then going back up on the day that it happens. But if we would suddenly see this big dump down of another 20%, then it needs to be bought up. And if not, it's weak in the market. So let's see. Those are still scenarios that could all play out. For now, I am just looking out for some range bounding, some correction, and then going higher. Then would really make my day. And like I said, then I'm betting the farm, and I will place major longs if that happens. Let's quickly look at the 4 hour, what I have for you. Yes, we went lower, but on the daily we didn't. And since this is quite a big structure, and I'm really looking at daily candles, I don't mind that this week lower and then week higher. If you want to trade this, I would say maybe even wait a little bit until tomorrow the markets are opening again because of the holiday. Then we also know if the CME gap will be filled within 24 to 48 hours. And if we're going higher, and almost every day I'm looking at the news like, do we already have a final decision on Russia and Ukraine or not? Because I think that will also influence the market. So still be very careful with your leverage, your entries, and your stop losses. You do not want to bet the farm here that we're going higher, because if we do go higher and suddenly there's a bomb in Ukraine, this just dumps down, you're out. So be careful for liquidations and wipeouts. So really stick still to the charts. I'm saying this already for weeks now. Stick to the charts. Take your profit. Don't be a hero. Don't try to double your portfolio. This is not the time. All right? We are going to zig and zag. We are going to dump and pump. It's gonna happen. So you just want to make your profits. Be careful with your losses. And once the sky is clear again, the market is strong, the buyers are stepping in, the volume is back up, all the indicators are in green, that's when you bet a lot of money. That's when you are very sure that you can have a great entry, and there's a very highly likeliness that you will make a lot of profit. Right now, that's not the moment. So just be very careful. Alright, sorry if I sound too much like a dad, but I just want to warn you guys, alright? Just be very careful. Quickly head over to ETH. Same kind of story actually. 61.8. Yeah baby, almost $2,600. That was the 61.8. You saw that drop. We're seeing that bounce perfectly. Also here, a little bit of a gap from Saturday and Sunday. Not major. Also here, I'm keeping my eyes out on what will happen in the next few days. I have been trading both, so scalp trading BTC and ETH. Also for me, exactly the same. I'm sticking to the charts and I'm taking my profits. We are still not really oversold on the higher time frames like the daily, the 8 hour. We were at some moments a little bit oversold on the 4 hourly, but you can see it's a little bit of a grind. It's not that intense. And then also because we are bottoming out here, you see that some indicators then flipping bullish again. For example, the MACD. There are also other indicators. I will not show them all because then the screen is getting very full. Yeah, so that all looks good. So yeah, just if you're trying to trade, trying to be in these ranges. Like I said, I'm still looking out for the 61.8. Although we hit it again, if that still will be support, that's for me super important. That needs to hold. So far it did hold, but if we start testing this over and over again, then at some point we're going to drop down. So yeah, that is what I'm looking out for. Again, there will be 2600 level. Then to break this will be 2780. Then 31.8. You saw it was also a support earlier. 2860 could be. And I don't know if I mentioned here the levels, but here was then is the 38k. The 0.5 you could say is the 39,400. Else the 40,000. That's actually for me a more important level, and then the 42k. So let's see how that will turn out. Alright, I think it was a little bit of a long video, but I think like everything I said was super important. Just when it comes to the pricing, stick to the charts, be careful, watch out for your leverage and all that kind of good stuff with the news and everything. Again, guys, I really appreciate each and every one of you. I like you. I really appreciate your comments. I read everything. I comment on I think pretty much everything. And yeah, let's build up something beautiful, man. Let's go for it. Don't get fooled by headlines of the day. Just keep your eyes out on a long perspective, and then I think you will come out on top. Thank you guys so much again. Crazy shit happens. I will try to upload quickly a video or go live or see whatever happens. And if not, see you next one. Thank you guys. Bye bye.